Just beat you, Dan. What's that?
Czech Republic.
Yep. Pass it back.
There you go.
Can you ask, like, where do you
This side of the room is very slow.
Go back to Hollywood question.
Okay, this is it was sports. This is more of a game, obviously. Which chess piece can move only diagonally? That was Nathan again by error. Yep.
I'm rich, guys.
Oh my god.
Okay. The next one's a two-parter. You have to get both correct to win. You're only guessing years, so everybody should guess, and if nobody gets it, they don't give hints. Okay. Wait till the end of the second question to raise your hand. First question is, what year did the Cold War end? Second question is, when was the euro introduced as a currency? What year? Oh, sorry. This is for $50 to City Barbecue.
But it's just that, I mean, it's just.
Two separate questions, got to get both correct.
You only get one.
Everybody gets the answer one time.
Oh.
And you might as well guess, because you're guessing a year. Jimmy doesn't count either. Noah.
1986 and 1992.
Close. Neither were correct.
Close, not at all.
Rosie.
1989.
Okay.
Only that's a significant.
Okay, what year's the year? Well, so 1989 is the year the Cold War ended.
Yeah.
So everybody gets that now. So now, what year did the euro start?
Afterwards, I gotta get this right. 1997.
Close, no cigar. Landon?
1990.
Nope. I just said close to 97.
98.
Nope.
That's pretty close.
Andy? 99. Got it.
They should share the gift card. Let's go get that.
Yeah. You gotta take Rosie to work. You gotta take Rosie to work.
I would have so much fun.
Yeah.
For a year.
This is,
Those were good questions.
Well, hello everyone. I'm controlling the room with my
Jimmy Worrell, who does all our apparel, is going to talk here for
just a couple minutes. Well, hi everybody. Thank you so much. Please, if you haven't already, get some food. I hope it's well received. I was told it's a crowd pleaser. So I am Jimmy with Worrell Corporation. We are your one-stop shop for all your print, promotional items, and branded apparel. And what Jim, Wes, and the team have done is they've gone ahead and we've set up a web store for you guys. What this is going to do is it's going to allow you guys to go on 24/7 and purchase your own items with the True Blood logo. Now, right now, it is in its infancy, and you will see that, but right now it only has apparel on it. However, we are going to be expanding those topics to be such as closing gifts, printed items, things that you guys are going to need. But what I always say is if you can remember anything from this presentation, it is trueblood@worrellcorp.com. So again, that's trueblood@worrellcorp.com. That is WORRELLCORP. That is the email address that's going to send an email to my entire team. So it's not just me, it's the entire team that is on your account. And if you have absolutely any issues, questions, concerns, or otherwise, please do not hesitate to contact us directly. As you can see on the opening page, which you can access by just typing in truebloodstore.com. Again, that's truebloodstore.com. Head on, apply directly to the skin. No, truebloodstore.com. You'll see the URL up here will change, but you can access it by just typing in truebloodstore.com. Now, right now it has apparel. You can see at the start, you're going to have a slider. There are three things. It's a welcome screen. There's a contact page reminding you of that email, trueblood@worldcorp.com. And then we also really, really encourage you to give us feedback. If there's not something that you really, really, really want and you don't see it on there, let us know. That's going to direct us to grow this store in a way that's going to be most beneficial to all you agents. So right now, just showing you, yes, there is a typo, and so I apologize for that. Never let graphics designers type out copy content for you guys. So right now, a very similar experience that you have had on any sort of store purchasing apparel. You'll have options right now. Like I said, we are limited because we just launched this, but we're already slated to add more items as of right now, and we are making some changes. The one thing to remember is everything that you see here that you select will be adjustable from size to color, but we've already preset it so you don't have to worry. You can't put something like a white logo on a white shirt. It's not going to let you do that. And also, you'll notice you can see the selection of colors by just toggling through them, because we know that people like to be able to see colors before they go into the pipeline of selecting their item. Now, when we do select our item, first you're going to select your size. You will see that it already locks it in place, and the reason for that is because right now we have a selection of colors and the different types of logos that you can put. Now, you see I selected a red item. It's only allowing me to select pre-approved logos for this item color. And it automatically generates it on the item, and then I can even change it to the right chest if I so desired, left chest being the default. I can then add it to my cart. Very similar experience to any sort of e-commerce you may have done before. You will set up an account. In the account, you can preload information like your credit card, so you don't have to worry about having to input that information each time. Also, it's going to track your order information, so if you ever want to go back and reference a previous order, you can. Once you place the order, it's going to send you an email alerting you of the fact that you've placed the order. These things are produced just in time, so there is a 5 to 7 production day time associated with it, but it's just 1 day in transit. You can have it shipped to your house. It will automatically calculate freight for you based off of the most cost-effective ways we can. We do a cross-reference between FedEx, UPS, and USPS, and we apply whatever is the most cost-effective at the time. That's pretty much it, guys. Not too complicated. Like I said, we are making some changes as I speak, and you know, we do hope to keep growing this to provide some products that we really think are going to be successful in helping you reinforce your relationship with your existing clients and prospects. So if you guys have any questions, now's the perfect time to do it. If you don't have any questions, you should be eating Chick-fil-A. Yes, gentleman over there in the back.
So Judy and I have spent quite a lot of time on this. We spent, 2 hours the other day kind of going through and selecting more pieces, because again, we want to give a good variety that people will like to wear and support the brand, obviously. But just know that also what we will eventually have on the website, Judy has access to thousands of other pieces. If you don't see exactly what you want, but you've seen it somewhere, you can probably find that for you. But we are going to have a wide variety of casual shirts like this. I just got this kind of chambray shirt. There's a female companion piece to this. We're going to have polos, button downs. We're going to have jackets, and we already on there. If you went to the outerwear section, the all the quarter zips, so we have the Under Armour with the white, like what Arthur's wearing right there. You can already order those, but we are adding more and more pieces. So
Like baseball cap.
we do baseball cap, absolutely. I just ordered one the other day, got one for me. So yeah, we can have all that kind of stuff. So if there's something that you really, really want that you don't see on there, take a look first. Feel free to shoot me and or Jimmy an email, and we can kind of coordinate that. We're trying to get a good selection on there. But then we'll have it where you can go on and order your own business cards if you get low on business cards. You can go on there and order closing gifts. We have a couple cool ideas, new audio, the Bluetooth speakers where you get the person's house on the speaker with your brand logo on the back side. It's really not all that expensive. So we're trying to look at some cool different ways for closing gifts, but also take advantage of this store. It's way easier than what we have been doing.
That was a great question, Dan.
Thank you.
And the thing is, really, he hit on something that I didn't stress, which is key to this store is going to be the idea of personalizing items, buying one-offs. I know, really, when you've heard about stuff like this before, it's like, sounds great, I don't need 250 of those. That's not something that we're going to be doing on here. There are going to be some items you can buy at quantity, obviously, but mostly we're going to think about personalization and that connection between you and your end customer. And I know also, I see a lot of females here. Don't worry, we have what I dare say cute items. They're not just guys' polos with smaller cuts. We actually do have female design specific pieces that we'd love to add on to the store. So like Dan said, if you don't see it on there, we have a lot more. This is just the chip off the tip of the iceberg. So any questions? You guys know how to reach me, trueblood@worldcorp.com.
Thanks. Just to remind, they can basically anything you can print on, they can make. I mean, any.
What's the phrase?
If you got a logo, let me put it on something.
There you go. Anything we need there. So hopefully it'll be easier with the ordering moving forward. So Wes doesn't have to do it all. Totally. Couple things here, just on Opcity. Everybody knows we've been going over this for weeks now, but the switch occurs tomorrow. So we made a couple changes with them yesterday to try and increase our pecking order, so to speak. So we joined as I don't know what they call it, one of their premier brokers. There's 500 agents in town, roughly. We have 45 of the spots. We have 10% of the market share, but with what we did yesterday, we should get roughly 25% of all their leads. Obviously, they're taking over Realtor.com, so we believe we're going to have basically the same number of total leads coming to us in general. So the key is keep doing what you're doing. As we go along in the next couple of weeks, you can close up your area, so you're only getting leads in the area you work. For now, I would keep it open while we get started in the next week to 2 weeks, and then tighten that up. But when the leads come through there, our total volume of leads you'll see on Realtor.com now Opcity will be lower because, as we know, we shoot for a 5% or 10% conversion rate. They're going to basically siphon off roughly 50% of those leads as dead leads, like we do on our own now. They're going to do that for us, but we think the total number of good leads coming through will be the same. So we'll keep an eye on that. But that changes tomorrow, so just watch for that. Hopefully, you're getting more leads, better quality leads as they take over that tomorrow. A couple things they told me yesterday. All of our scores, basically everybody in here is 100 plus. There's a lot of agents in town of those 500 that are inactive or have low scores because they don't pay attention to it. It does matter. The big things to do is proactively update your leads. Don't just wait for the prompt. You basically are scored better if you do that. And then the biggest things are marking them met, showed a house, went for coffee, whatever, met, pendings, and closed. That's how you get your score pushed to the top. You can be 100, we have some people like 112, something like that, but when you get meet people, pendings, and closings, that's when your score goes higher, and you'll continue to get better leads, especially now that they have the good ones. Obviously, this past 3 or 4 weeks, we've had several sales, one at like 400 in Lafayette, so we have had some good ones, but the majority haven't had the good leads yet. It's all about building our stuff on there. The other thing we went over last week is they're not able to, basically, we thought we were going to be able to release the leads and say who we wanted to go to and give it back. They're not going to do that. They basically told us if we don't want the lead to just release it, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep all the leads we get. So if you get a lead, you claim and you get it, just send out a group email, and I'll get to something else we forgot to do. A group email, see who claims it. Only if nobody claims it would you then release it. If it's just lower price point out of your area, whatever, it's fine to release it, but first offer it up to everybody in the brokerage because we just cover a wide area. What's a long drive for you is not a long drive for other people. So just double check that. And so it'll stay under your account. you'll just need to do the updates. You're gonna get 5% of the commission simply for doing the updates and keeping it in your account. So you can make money simply by claiming these leads and then keeping them in-house, and then we'll track them. And follow-up boss will switch them to the person who is actually working the lead, but on Op City, the only way to do it is to update it yourself.
Would you stay on as like a collaborator so you can just go in there and check
Yeah,
it
so
out?
yeah, follow-up boss, you can add them as a collaborator. That way you can both see the information. And then I don't think once we get going, I don't think there's going to be tons of leads given away. You know, any of the good ones I'm sure you're going to keep for yourself if it's just out of area or whatever. But what we're going to look at doing, hopefully in the next week, is trying to get, instead of the big email chains that start on one subject and go to the other and whatever, is we're going to do some sort of brokerage app, like WhatsApp or something, that is just for if somebody wants to claim a lead, whether it's this or something else. You can just put it out to the thing. It's basically like a group message. Somebody claims it, and then once it's claimed, you guys can take that off to a personal email exchange versus everybody being on there and whatever. So as soon as it's claimed, market claim, we'll do it on that. So I think for now, we're probably going to use WhatsApp. We'll get with you on that. But there's some other technology we're looking at doing, and I think it'll clean it up. And that way, as we add agents, I even do it myself. It's hard to do. You keep having to update your team list because there's more people coming and all that stuff. So we're just going to do it on the group chat. We can add it. We'll add the phone numbers for you, so you'll know when you send that text. It goes to everybody in the brokerage if they want to you want to give away a lead or see if anyone wants to claim it. So that's the big thing for today. We'll just have to watch it as it goes. While you're using it, if you have questions, concerns, whatever, let us know. The other thing, now that we've had it in place, we'll start having closings with the transaction fee, is you need to make sure the title company knows about our transaction fee we're charging. They typically don't even send the office policy to them anyway, so just make sure that transaction fee is on your HUD before you close and it's collected. It'll be a separate line item. So we started this close to a month ago, so we're going to start having closings now with the transaction fee. So just make sure you're watching that as you close moving forward. Like I said, if you have any issues with it, let me know, but it'll be just an extra revenue stream for us moving forward, so we need to start checking that. Sales competition update. Brian is actually at an inspection. He's at 6 now. Sounds like that might be going to 5. Dan Mamadou and Mike Moore are tied at 5. Dan was at 6 and unfortunately lost one to an inspection. That happens. And then Daniel and Jocelyn are at 4. We have a lot of people at 3. We didn't include those. Lindsay, we had a bunch of people at 3. So we'll keep updating you on that each week. I'm actually going on vacation Sunday and be gone through the following Tuesday, because I get to drive the entire family to Florida, which is awesome. So anyways, we're not going to meet either the next 2 Tuesdays, so I will be available while I'm gone. If you have something pressing, I would call Wes directly or one of the guys in the office, but if it's something that needs to come to me, I'm going to be available, just not quite as quickly as normal. So no meetings the next 2 Tuesdays. I'll be gone until whatever, 14th or something. So just know that. If I don't get back to you right away, we're sitting on the beach, I guess. But so anyway, we're gonna do 2 Tuesdays off, then we'll meet again, and I think we'll decide if we want to meet the Tuesday after Memorial Day or not. We may take another week off. It's the busy time of year. Most of the stuff now we're getting pretty redundant on what we're talking about. So we're gonna try and mix in more training and more in-depth stuff at these meetings, and probably do them twice a month moving forward, every other Tuesday. Now that we've kind of got things rolling, when new people start, we'll get them caught up to where all of you are, so we don't need to meet weekly like we have been, I don't think. So if something comes up pressing, we'll make sure we get with you, you get with us. So, but one thing I really want to talk about too, because Noah's having problems, we're going to test it today. Has anybody had issues with call transfers from Conversion Monster or them dropping?
Yeah.
A couple people?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna run a test on that today. Like Noah's noticed a couple times, he answers it and it's just dead, or it goes dead after one ring. So we're gonna try and figure out what's going there, because you get the notification of the live transfer, like, oh, I never got it. So it's probably sounds like an issue on their end, so we're looking into that. So if you have an issue with that, make sure you email me so I'll reply back and copy our account rep so we can get that stuff checked out. And same thing with any of our systems. If you have an issue, email me, and whoever in charge of that particular thing, we'll try and nip it in the bud quick, especially this time of year when we have so much going on. So that's about it. Eat the food, Jimmy, but 20 pounds of chicken over there.
Bash
So,
recap.
what's that?
Bash recap.
Oh, bash recap, it's a good time. Thanks for everybody coming. Nathan got the photos out yesterday and made a video, so we'll put that out today. Like a minute 20 video we'll put on Facebook. But it was a good event. I think with the weather, we think we had roughly maybe 500 total people and kids through the door, which is pretty great for a downpour. But I'm trying to think of anything else. It was a good time. We'll probably do, does anybody have any suggestions for that? I think some of the things we noticed were, next year we'll do it on a sunny day, right? And then, but the big thing is like signage and things like that, it was, it turned out great. In all seriousness, we'll probably do a bigger tent next year. And that was a big tent, but if we have even more people, having to put all the vendors inside the tent made it a little cramped. I think turnout was probably a little depressed based on the weather. But I think everybody that came had a good time, and it was worth it. So as we do those events, we're not going to do events like that are that big. Obviously, it's not cost effective to do them that big, but we are going to try and do every quarter some sort of client appreciation event. And I just encourage you to bring your people. If we get sponsors and things, we're basically able to do these events at fairly low cost to the brokerage, but they only help you for what you take advantage of. So invite your clients. I know everybody who came had a good time. I've gotten a lot of people messaging back, and the big thing for those is for the kids, in all honesty, because we help families buy houses, and I think it was a great kids event. Arthur ended up with his matching skull face painted by the time the evening was done. Yeah, so.
I would see pictures of Arthur.
Yeah. So if you haven't gone on the drive, go look at Arthur. He had a green skull on his face when he was done. But it was a good time. So thanks for everybody that came for coming. And any suggestions on those, let me know. We'll try and do more of those throughout the year. And thanks MJW for sponsoring the tent. It was obviously much needed. So they paid for the tent, so we really appreciate that. And Mark's back there too. Do you guys have any updates on where we're at? Rates still low fours, or?
Yeah, I mean, 4.1 is kind of my go-to lately for perfect credit. So if needed, below that a little bit, but Taylor, any?
No, I mean, I was just gonna mention, yesterday me and Jocelyn had one, and they were at 4.5, charging them half a point for it, and their cash to close was like $3,000 more than ours, and we got them at a 4.375 too. So that just, I know a lot of times people think, oh, banks are a lot lower than a mortgage lender, so I just wanted to throw that out.
Yeah, we keep pushing that, but it's not just great service. They do have the best rates, and with these internet leads, people shop. So it's a good thing to have that partnership with probably the lowest rates in town. So, anyways, that's it. Appreciate everybody coming. If you were late, you missed trivia.
$100.
Yep.
Nathan 140.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions? Since we're not meeting for like 3 weeks from now, does anybody have? Yep.
For the Zillow app,
Uh,
is it beneficial for us to go back in and contact the real agents there?
not unless it's a Zillow Flex lead. I don't think it matters.